Black Americans and Latinos, I've been saying for months that we need to come together and unite for something greater to come. And I wasn't speaking on the ICE protest. I was speaking on what is now currently happening. A perfect example is the apartment complex that was raided on October 1st in Chicago.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where Hispanic people were out calling for togetherness, telling black people that they actually thought that ICE was not going to come at them. But look at today, like they goes as far as to explain the reason why there should be a need to come together, because if ICE is done with them, definitely they are coming for black people. And they also make reference to what actually happened to happened in Chicago, lovelies. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes.
Black Americans and Latinos, I've been saying for months that we need to come together and unite for something greater to come. And I wasn't speaking on the ICE protest. I was speaking on what is now currently happening. A perfect example is the apartment complex that was raided on October 1st in Chicago. That apartment complex is predominantly Black Americans. And ICE didn't just raid the apartments where they believe that Trinidad, the Venezuelan gang people lived. They raided every single apartment. And what makes things worse is that people were being dragged out of their homes, regardless how they were dressed, including naked. And they didn't just limit this to adults. This was children too. Side note, apartments were being raided even if there was no warrants for anybody living in that apartment. But here's where things get worse. A video is currently circulating the internet where it shows that a Black American is being detained by ICE, and one of the Black Americans that's watching the whole thing is yelling, "You're supposed to be doing this to Mexicans, not us." But listen for yourself.
Why he choking him, man? Y'all supposed to be out here choking Mexicans, boy.
Let's listen one more time, but in slow motion.
Why he choking him, man? Y'all supposed to be out here choking Mexicans, boy.
The amount of arrogance to believe that this is just supposed to be a Mexican thing. Also, I think you mean Latinos because not everybody's a Mexican. But to continue, a lot of people have come onto TikTok making videos joking about if Black Americans are being detained, where are they going to get sent to? And that shows me that you guys are not aware of what's currently happening. Do you know that there's agencies that make money off the prison system? For every prisoner and every day that that prisoner spent there, there's agencies out there that make money. And this year, ICE began making money for every detainee that they hold per day. A lot of these Latinos that are being arrested and held in detention centers are not being deported. They're being held and have been in those detention centers for months. Some even have stated a year, if not longer. This was never about deportations. This has always been about money. And history has proven time and time again, when Black Americans come together with Latinos, we get things done. So why is 2025 any different? Hopefully this was an eye-opener for a lot of people who didn't believe that it would happen to them, or that they were exempt because of their quote-unquote political views, beliefs, or skin color. Black American.
I'm not surprised that ICE is detaining black people in Chicago. This has always been a movement against minorities, not only against us Latinos. And it's white supremacy coming into fruition. We know that this is a mass attack on everyone that is not white. So I'm not surprised at all. And this is why, the young lords and the Black Panthers marched back in the fucking 60s and the 70s, because we knew that our causes were one and the same. And we knew we need to do the same fucking thing. Black people and brown people and Latinos, we need to unite. We need to understand that this is a full frontal attack on all minorities. It's gonna get really fucking bad. And you have the governor of like fucking Chicago and everyone saying, hey, make sure that you take pictures of these people when they're doing these illegal arrests, that you're documenting everything, because this is like full on Third Reich shit. It's getting really bad, bro. We need to win the midterms next year. If we don't do that, this dude is like a maniac. Trump is like full on crazy at this point. And all their MAGA nut jobs are supporting him. And it's one of the saddest things in the planet. But yeah, black people, be aware of it. We need to work together because this is not looking good. Que tengan buen día. I'll keep you guys posted.
Again, ICE is now detaining black citizens in Chicago. For every black American that got on the internet and this app and refused to talk about what ICE was doing and what is going on in our country, because I don't really care about the Hispanic community because they don't care about us, which is BS in of itself.
Well, hello there. At first, I wasn't going to reply to your video, but then I said, no, everybody deserves to know how the hell did you escape from in front of that car parking lot? Ain't this you? Well, isn't this you? Flip-flopping away from your job to hop on TikTok and criticize black Americans? Or is this you? Now, I ain't never seen you before, but I knew from those braids that you was from the motherland. I don't know if you first, second, third immigrant generation with them roots, and I do not mean you genetics. I mean them braids are straight from the motherland. And then the accent alerted me to something too. Talking shit about black Americans and then sounding like you're asking a question every time that you speak. I said, oh, she was raised around white folk. That's why she could talk shit about black Americans like this. And I was right, because I found a video where you were saying black people who were raised around white people. It's always y'all that were raised around non-black people who are so quick to dismiss black Americans, to critique us. You never give us any praise as far as I can see in your video. I scrolled down a couple of months and the majority of your videos are talking about Palestine. In the almost 2 months of your videos, you brought up black American issues one time, and that was about a 14-year-old boy in Wisconsin. The other time that you mentioned black people was when you were trying to sell your book for your personal gain, mind you. While your other selling items videos for Palestine, the donations go right to their cause. But let me school you, because obviously you have some type of disconnect about what happens to black Americans because you didn't grow up with us, nor did you care to understand us. You don't care about black American sacrifices that allowed you to immigrate to this country. And I know that a lot of y'all have said that we're so tired of hearing about black American sacrifices for immigration. We lost ancestors because of this. Whole bloodlines eradicated fighting for the rights of everybody. Black people never stand up for our own rights. We do everything for everyone, even Black Lives Matter, civil rights movement. We got nothing. Hispanics have historically fought to be considered white in this country. Say we ain't niggas. Seriously, said we ain't niggas in court. So we shouldn't be treated like it. They come in our neighborhoods and act these race wars, kick us out of our own places, our communities, give us fucking times that we can't be outside like it's a fucking sundown town in some areas. And we have done nothing but embrace the Hispanic community. They get mad when we say don't say the N-word. You also don't understand that it was black Americans who helped set up anti-ICE protests prior to the scrambling effort now that ICE has been unleashed, prior to the Trump administration. Black Americans have been fighting to protect everyone at the detriment of ourselves. The same immigrants that we helped come over here, Asian, Hispanic, all of them, have huge portions of their population that voted against black American interests. On your page, you haven't said shit in defense of black Americans or the genocide that we are going through. No mention of that. No mention about the different methods of eradication this country has been using against us for 400 years. Our low birth rates, our children being born with more deformities, us dying in childbirth, all because of environmental, socioeconomic impacts. Our men locked up in prison. Our children can't get an equal education opportunity. The CIA and the FBI and the government as a whole dropping off drugs and guns in our communities. Are you talking about come for us next? We are first. They never stopped. Yet we still persevered, still put everybody else's shit above our own. And now look. Y'all can take this how you want to take it, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Black Americans fought for immigration rights, which we didn't need because we already here. Even though the immigration laws make it hard for immigrants to come into the country, like Hispanic immigrant, we still did that. We never argued that Hispanics don't have a right to come into the land. But when they started doing it illegally, they put Black Americans at risk. Because this eventually was going to happen if you kept voting for Republicans. But you now want us to go and lay down our lives after our ancestors have already done so, instead of protecting ourselves for an issue we didn't cause. So now we're being punished. Oh, Hispanics stood with you during Black Lives Matter. When did we protest Black specific issues? We asked for equality for all. Then we go and help you found institutions and movement for your race-specific issues with no mention of Black Americans. Y'all use the blueprint of how we protest, how we organize, everything. Every community does. We set the foundation, but you're mad because we don't want to get out there and put our bodies on the line? You're mad because we said we're going to focus on our Black American issues? You don't know what it's like for us to be in this country. Y'all act like we're just sitting here living the highlight. Nothing's going on. Black Americans chilling in our privilege. We're suffering and dying. And you have the nerve to get up here and critique us because we don't talk about the non-Black people that you want us to talk about. Because we want to focus on our own issues, right? But nobody's saying anything to anybody else. Why aren't you talking about Black issues? Why aren't you talking about Black American issues? Nobody is expected to do so except Black Americans. Y'all take us as a fucking joke. And that's why this is happening. Black Americans are the ones who have fought blood, tooth, and nail to prevent what's happening now. We make up less than the Hispanic population in America. But y'all are crawling over to us and blaming us? You're crying tears for them? And then you want to use a Black American struggle of being arrested by ICE, which is not our fault, to rub it in our face? You dislike Black Americans so much that you're walking around with your hair looking like that. We could fix that for you. But no, you'd rather walk around looking like a dandelion popping straight out of the ground. I'm going easy on you, but why don't you sit down and learn something about Black American history, our struggle, the genocide that we're going through, and then get back to me. Because you're also a hypocrite, because while you're whining about Palestine and all of these genocides that's happening to non-Black American people, you sitting your ass at McDonald's having a meal. Interesting. Because last I checked, McDonald's donates to this genocide of Palestinians that you say you're against. 10 out of 10.
ICE is now targeting Black communities. For those who thought this would stop at brown, mostly Latina people and allowed your empathy to be selective, please understand this. Black folks are being targeted as well. In Chicago's South Shore, federal agents and ICE targeted an apartment building in the middle of the night, arresting 37 people. Children were ripped away from their parents. Children and adults were ripped out of their beds, zip-tied, and left traumatized. Agents dropped out of Black Hawk helicopters, broke down doors, and used tear gas in family homes. This was inhumane and unjustified, and about even more than just immigration. This is about unchecked power being unleashed on our communities. Now, back around mid-September, the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson signed the Protecting Chicago Initiative, which was a citywide effort to defend constitutional rights in the face of possible federal militarization. Residents were urged to document everything, ask for badge numbers and names, even if they don't give them to you. The mayor is trying to keep Chicago safe, and we have to do the same thing by staying informed and staying loud. Because I can't be more clear that Iceraids start as videos you might watch and scroll past, and then one day it's happening at your door and you're the one filming.
Bitch. So let's just have it out. I'm in bitch mode because I lost $300, but I've been sitting here. That's not the problem. I've been sitting here and I've been watching videos of people saying, you're next. You know, after they're done with us, you're next. We said that shit last year. And let me make something very clear. Y'all act like Black folks in fucking America ain't been going through this shit. Like we ain't been snatched up off the street. Y'all act like we can't run and jog in fucking public without being shot at. Sitting in the goddamn park without being attacked. In our goddamn beds, at work. Y'all act like we new to this shit. You know why it's so easy for us to sit our ass down and not do a motherfucking thing? Because, baby, no matter if we're moving or not, we still a motherfucking target. So y'all threatening us and letting us know that we're next does not do shit for us. It does not scare us. What scares us is putting our people outside to get hit for no fucking reason. And the reason I say no reason is not because we don't feel bad for what's happening. It's because we knew this shit was going to happen. And all it takes is for black skin to get their ass out on their motherfucking streets for this man to go AWOL. Y'all think we finna give it to him? No. Rest is resistance. So while y'all sitting there trying to let us know we're next, baby, we been knew that. Hell, we've always been next. Shit, before this year, it was before y'all. I feel like
Chicago and this ICE raid bullshit. Let's keep it real. You be the judge. Let's get to it. So they've been doing this for a while now. You know, they're targeting Hispanics. Let's be real. Hispanics and Arab, and I'm an Arab. And one thing about Arab and Hispanics, when shit pops off, we get together. You'll see 20, 30 of us just out of nowhere helping out one person, right? And they say that they're just targeting illegals that have criminal backgrounds. Well, it looks like they're just targeting any motherfucker in their way. With a face mask and a little vest that says police. Come on, man. This is Chicago. And I feel like it's time for them to leave because shit is gonna pop off and get worse and worse and worse. You'll see it all over the city. They just popping up out of nowhere in these fucking cars and pickup trucks. You pull up on 2 people and there's 5 of you with a mask and shit. What you think? We're not gonna defend ourselves? That's not a way to do it. I done said this before. This was not planned and they're not trained properly. That's why they're bringing in all types of fucking agencies, right? You got the FBI, DEA, and all that shit. I think it's time to leave. Chicago's not the place for this bullshit. Obviously, you guys, some people have seen the news. Yeah, there's so much bullshit that's happening, but that shit is regular. You know, you get little spurts just like any other city with crime and violence. You know what I'm saying? When it gets hot outside, shit like that happens. Well, you say, well, that shouldn't happen. Well, goddamn it, this is the life. This is reality of life. Let's keep it real. Chicago and this ICE raid bullshit. Let's keep it real. You be the judge. Let's get to it.
Black Americans were being detained. Their children being zip tied. Some of them being half naked. Due to ICE, they were telling the people, even if it has nothing to do with immigration, if they have a warrant, we're taking them in. They were taking people. And these are people's testimony, not mine. And the news is not reporting on it. This is very frustrating because the beginning when these mass deportations started, I'm Puerto Rican myself, and I already knew from the very beginning, it's common sense that some of our people are going to be detained for hours on end until we can prove that we're citizens. And that's not fair because we look like many nationalities. Pisses me off. And this is happening to Black Americans in Chicago right now. And wherever you stand on the whole conversation right now, really doesn't matter. My thought process is, where are the Black Panthers? Where are the Young Lords? Where's the Chicano movements? Where are the Asian organizations? And so on. Where are our leaders? We used to have the Martin Luther Kings, the Lolita Lebron, the Malcolm X's, and I could keep going on. Where are they at? I feel like after so much time has passed during civil rights movements, everything died down. People got comfortable, and now we're weak. For people allow this type of stuff to happen. Militaries in our cities, ICE just grabbing people off the street, going into apartment complexes where you sleep, and they're over here saying, oh, well, we suspect this apartment complex to be filled with Tren de Agua, if I'm saying that correctly. And people are just letting it happen. We have gotten soft. And I'm not inciting violence or telling you to start up a movement or anything. I'm just wondering, where are these people that show a force, that were assertive, non-violent, to show out for the communities? Before, gangs used to protect the neighborhoods and stuff like that. I know in Chicago they said, oh, well, if ICE comes into the neighborhood, like, that's a bad idea. But where are they now? These are people's testimonies. There's videos coming out, people telling exactly what happened. They started segregating Hispanics and Black Americans. And we are all standing for that. when you allow one group to be oppressed, another group is going to be oppressed, and it continues on. And that's exactly what's happening in Trump's America. So there you have it, guys. What are we doing at this point as people? And I say this to build each other up. Watch out for your neighbor, despite if they're Black American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, doesn't matter. Look out for your peoples. Because right now, this is when we need each other most. With that being said, I'm going to leave you with that. Make sure you like this video, comment, repost, share, and as always, follow me.
Get 'em, Puffy line, dog.
Like seriously, lovely. Since this Chicago incident, so many people have been coming online. I've seen so many stitches online where people are like, "Oh, we actually told you guys, black people. Oh my God, we told you that they were gonna come for you after that after they are done coming for us, you are going to be the next." And with the ice raid in Chicago now, all of them are for you. It's like, "Oh, we told you so. Oh my God, you need to come together." And I was like, when has black people have not been the targeted people? Like, when is it okay? When has black people not been targeted? They have always been the one at the receiving end. Either they come out or not. Either black people come out or not, they will always be like, they will always get baited to react. Like, this thing that happened in Chicago is not even something that should be something like, oh my God, a surprising thing. Like, it's not even surprising. even before eyes even before eyes and undocumented immigrants and blah blah blah, black people have always been on an edge of defending themselves. It's either from police brutality, or it's either from lies, talking about guns and all of that. And the way at which the internet is reacting to this present eyes, you know it's just so alarming, as if it's something new. Like, it's not something new. It's not as if, oh my God, for the first time. No, it has always been happening. It has always been happening. So it's not something that, oh my God, oh, like people, this, we told you, so, oh my God. No, it's not that. This is just something, because I try as much as I can to check what is really going on. And it was actually said that some group of these ICE agent went to this location, in the sense that they thought, or they actually feel it has to do with gangs, or it has to do with an undocumented immigrant that is over there. And some people who have to show some kind of ID show their ID, and they were released. And but the way at which the whole of the social platform is writing to it, as if, oh my God, black people have been deported somewhere, or they're, it's even confusing. It's confusing. Black people standing on business does not necessarily mean that they don't know that they were still going to come for them, like, not in terms of deported, or, but black people have always been on the receiving end. They have always been the target audience. They have always been, you know, they have always been defending themselves. They will defend themselves, they will still defend other people. But it's just that they are standing on business because they try to warn you guys that these things that have been happening to us for years, will actually come happen to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So this Chicago eyes is not something new. It is something that have been happening. But it's just that it also happened in the situation of Chicago and all of that. In the situation of ice raids, it's not looking like it's a new thing, or it's something that is a breaking news, you know. And the fact that people that looks like me actually, you know, decide to like mind their business, they want everyone. They want everyone that cares to listen. But People do not want to listen to black people. So what do you want them to do at this point? They told you that this was going to happen. They told you that even though they have been going through the same thing, if you vote the way at which you voted for, it is all they have been experiencing, you are going to experience that with double force. You're going to go through the process. So them standing there and also minding their business does not necessarily mean that they said nothing is gonna happen to them, or they were not gonna come for them, or they were not gonna be baited, or they were not gonna be harassed. They have always been harassed way before the case of undocumented immigrants arises. They have always been the ones that have been more oppressed. So it's not even a breaking news. It's not a breaking news, but they still need to also reason and think anytime that maybe people that looks like me or black people try to tell you something. You have to really listen. You have to listen. That's the point of, oh, we told you so. We told you they were gonna come for you. Like, they have always been coming for them. They have always been the one being oppressed. They have always been the one fighting for every other person. They have always been the one fighting for every other group. And at the end of the day, zero, credibility. No, zero accolades. Zero. So when they say they are minding their damn business, does not necessarily mean that, oh, they're not going to be affected one way or the other. Of course, they have always. It's not a magic, or it's not even a breaking news. Like, seriously. And what actually pissed me off is the reaction from this sister. That's Crystal Clay have to actually put her in a place. You as a black girl, you come out like, oh my god, eyes this, like, I was so disappointed. I was really disappointed by that lady. But thank goodness, Crystal Crystal Black actually put her in a place. Seriously. Anyway, lovely. So just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next
your
one.
own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not, support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe, leave a thought, and I will see you, lovers, when I upload the next one.